weave. I don't wear it, but we need it.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
These angry, mad, opportunistic, lying Black women.
What Black community? It's a Black environment with Black women and Black children in it. Where you at? Where you at, baby? Oh, your man is on that shit. On that shit. Straight. You know it. Your man is on shit. Sing up it. Oh, you got the thing. You got the thing. You got the thing.
We got a new hit for some of y'all. A new summer jam. You know, when I was coming up, not to age myself, but damn, a nigga is old. I'm just gonna lean into it. You know, I was tempted to even start out with the lyrics from the original summertime classic for Black America. You guys remember? Sing along if you know the words. You know, here it is, the groove slightly transformed. Just a little bit of break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony. All those hardcore days where it's gotten to be a little bit out of control. School, the dance, what about the groove, the soothe, the move, romance. You guys remember the original OG? It was the original OG summertime classic for Black America. But, you know, I'm getting old, and now all we have are hoes who got anthems about scamming and gangbanging and spending niggas' money. It's a different kind of summer anthem. It really is. And it's taking over, y'all. It's really taking over. The youth are in on it. Everybody's in on it right now. This is the new kids anthem, y'all. The children love this song, y'all. The children are all over this one right here. I don't know what to tell y'all. Shout out to Messy Michonne. Shout out to Philly. No, Miss Cantrell, I apologize dearly, but we cannot make it stop. We're going to have to hear this a lot today. I pre-apologize in advance, all right? We are just going to have to bear with this one today. It's gonna be hell out here in these streets, y'all.
Flashback.
Look at the levels of degeneracy, by the way. Like, that's probably not just a grandma. That's one of their great grandmas up there. That's not even like grandma, because grannies nowadays be in their 40s sometimes. Like, that's a great granny, probably.
Tell me where you're good at. What's your face card?
Oh, y'all.
Somebody come get your granny. Yo, scamming ass, boosting ass granny.
Flashback.
Spin that shit, nigga, spin that shit. I like a gangsta ass nigga making more than 10 figures. I'm a down ass bitch riding with you in the swag. Only fuck with the hitters for a square here. Trigger calling up a trap phone pussy.
Y'all do it right.
Show me where you spin a block.
You hear Granny? Y'all do it right. She got them trained. Granny is training them. My man Gerald in the chat, he says, you can't lie. That song do go hard. Hey, man. I understand what you mean. Look, I get it. Every now and then, there is music that appeals directly to the nigga in me. And I acknowledge that. I don't totally run from that. I accept that. I am what I am. And every now and then, you know, there is something that just deeply and directly appeals to the nigga in me. Now, if this music appeals to the nigga in you, I understand. But it is what it is.
What we doing, nigga? Show me where your hood at. What's your face card, nigga? Where your hood at? money fast. 20, 50, 100 cash. Boy, gonna go y'all there. Post them bitches where y'all at. Stuffing that shit.
There you go.
Just to flip it, pop some tags.
Oh no, they ain't got the girl. She out here dropping it low. Nah. Oh damn. They done got the babies. They done got the babies, teaching them out here to drop it low. She looked like she 8 years old. You know, once upon a time in Black America, there was this idea that you could like drop your children off with the grandparents and they would be in a more morally like sound environment, you know? We don't have wise elders anymore in the community. We don't really have that generation of like grandparents who, you know, they've worked hard and built up things. They have, you know, a body of wisdom. Our grandparents graduated from like drug therapy programs nowadays. Grandparents are like 60-year-old ex-drug addicts and shit. They don't have wisdom. They have a life full of struggles behind them. It's not the same anymore.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit.
Grandparents don't even be taking the kids to church no more. They just got them in a parking lot doing TikTok dances, y'all. This shit is unbelievable. Whatever happened to grandparenting? I mean, I know modern parents are terrible, but damn, we don't even have grandparents anymore. I'm telling y'all, it's rough out here. Grandparenting has really fell off.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Come on, now come on.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm demonetized right now. I'm gonna abuse this no need to worry about copyright strikes thing.
Spend that money fast. 20.
You ain't never seen a baby cooked that young in life. Nigga came out the womb cooked. I think there's like a hot box in the womb. This nigga passed to like some type of heating, some type of convection oven, and he just came out cooked. I can't explain it. I'm still trying to like theorize how this baby's so young and so cooked. And like how did we get here? How can a baby be that cooked that early? You know what? I'm just going to do what I usually do, and I'm going to blame the mama. That usually turns out to be right.
Spend that money fast. 20, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, gonna go, y'all bad.
Do you know how dirty money is? Like cash money. You know what, and Miss Cantrell, you're absolutely right. We all know it's white people's fault. I haven't connected the dots yet, but somehow, someway, it is white people's fault.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like.
But do you guys understand just how dirty money is? Like, look at all that money. This is all money. Even if it came out of a bank machine, right? It is not like clean money. Who knows just how many hands the money has actually passed through? And you got all this dirty money just laying around next to your newborn baby. And then they want me to feel bad about shit like mortality rates from pregnant chicks. Like, nope. I don't think it's the racism. I don't think it's the racism. I think you just be making a lot of a string of bad decision making led you here.
20, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, gonna go, y'all bad. Boosting bitches where y'all at? Where are my stats?
Boosting bitches. Where y'all at? I need to know where y'all at. I need to keep an eye on them hoes. They be stealing shit. Boosting bitches, where y'all at? Gotta tag these hoes.
Where are my
I ain't never want my kids to be nerds so bad in life as I do right now. I pray to God my kids are uncool. I do. I pray to God my kids are just uncool. They don't do all the dances. They don't follow all the trends. Please God, let my kids not be cool. Like, oh my God, I just can't. I can't. You know, and it's interesting, you know, it's right. It does sound like a nursery rhyme because in a lot of ways it was written to like capitalize on like your most base or basic layer, right? It's a childlike anthem. When my scamming ass it's really like, yeah, it's lizard brain shit. It really is, but this is basically what rap music more or less boils down to. I mean, I haven't really been a defender of rap music in like years. I just refuse to do it. But at that same time, I understand that, you know, I enjoy it because, you know, I am deeply in touch with my own lizard brain. I get that it's a thing that I just have and I don't just, you know, abuse it. I just sort of, you know, I indulge from time to time. Well, here's the thing though, I stopped listening to rap music for a while now. And the further away I get from just over consumption and constant immersion and just, you know, absorbing that energy, the more I can look back at the energy from a distance and realize how horrible of an energy it is to actually like consume. And then like why and I remember, and I told the story a bunch of times, the thing that kind of got me really looking at myself is just naturally when I would be in the car with my children, the shit that I would listen to when I was, you know, alone or had, you know, some of the friends or homies or whatever, anybody else, I'd listen to whatever maybe. But if I was in the car with my kids, I would not play that type of music. And then I started to think, well, if, you know, if that type of music is bad for my kids, what about it is bad for my kids? And then is that thing also bad for me? Like, that's just a basic kind of chain of logic that I work through. And eventually I kind of began to like phase out that kind of like what they call, quote, low vibrational energy. What is that? Like the skate rink? God damn it. Listen, whatever you do, make your kids uncool. That's one of the best things you can do for them as a parent. You have to force them into the option of hard work and being studious and all that shit. Don't just let them be cool. The cool kids always have other issues later on they can't fathom.
Boosting bitches where I live. Stuffing that shit out there. Just to flip it off some tag. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Niggas, make sure you looking out though. I'm looking shit up. Matter of fact, fuck that. We just gonna run out this bitch. Grab everything you can get. Boosting bitches where y'all at. We right here. We right motherfucking here.
The fuck they got going on?
Go, nigga, go.
Now, the irony of this little TikTok video, a little boy, a baby boy was just killed in a police-involved shooting outside of Walmart because of two stealing ass bitches just like that. And now you're gonna try to make this video, try to make believe y'all bitches don't be stealing.
Dang, girl, these cute. How much is these? Oh, girl, these $14.99.
It sound like your price.
This sound like my price. Because I ain't trying to spend too much, but I'm going to spend some. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah.
Spend that shit. I'm spend that shit. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I ain't finna steal nothing.
The thing is, in the very song that they're quoting, she's talking about, you know, where you at, getting low on your ops, you know, where my scamming niggas at, where my booster niggas at, but you guys are apparently law-abiding citizens, which, again, as I start to think about the type of energy and messaging I'm absorbing, like if you actually want to be on the path of a law-abiding citizen, why are you now indulging in the anthems of criminality? It really is like an, you know, it's a hypocrisy that you really shouldn't, you know, hold on to.
Yeah, but what I
ain't going to jail for no
you
bullshit.
feel me? Hell no. I like the song, but don't mean I'm finna reenact it,
I
bitch.
ain't no boosting ass
Bitch,
bitch.
you feel me? Girl, I'm glad I caught these on sale.
I ain't
There you
lying,
go.
girl. That should be hot.
I'm telling you.
Now y'all want me to believe that y'all hoes don't be stealing. And it be the hoes that look exactly like y'all that be stealing. Like, I don't know what I know.
Y'all want to talk about something that's just plain stupid real quick?
Oh, let's see.
Why
Just
not,
plain
man?
stupid. I know what
Just
you're going
I
to
know
talk
what
about.
you're talking about.
That's what
This
we
is the
talking about
mother and daughter combo, huh?
This video shows Janice Wiley holding two stolen Louis Vuitton purses. Her daughter, Janice Downs, stole the bags from Nordstrom in downtown Seattle.
Spin that shit.
I mean,
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
shit. But yeah, going on the gram with the bags was hot. We know police and the feds all watching Instagram, Facebook, X, or whatever platform you're
How
on.
dare you scam and then play the scamming song with the stolen merch?
And y'all was just talking about that. People be on the internet putting everything.
Was life imitating art, or was art imitating life? This feels like one of those like perennial questions, right? You know, we were forever trapped in this type of like art imitates life, imitates art, imitates life type of cycle.
And I love my sisters, but that was stupid.
Shouldn't have put it on the
They
gram.
too turned up.
Why do you think that people like to just flaunt?
Sometimes for some people, when you used to not having shit, and when you finally get something, you just want to show it off, man.
That's true too. I was a show off at a point, so I was once young. I used
You know how
to.
that shit go.
And you know, while we're talking about Black culture and the horrible energy of Black culture itself, and you know, the negative messaging that's often inherent in Black culture and all that, a lot of things I want to bring up today. While we're talking about that, do you know what that guy's name is? This guy on TV with the white shirt and the white hat and the big chain on. Do you know what that guy's name is? His name is Uncle Murder. Yeah. True story. True story. His name is Uncle Murder. Comes from a wonderful family. 2 loving parents, real good home, that kind of shit. Like, I don't know.
And I love my sisters, but that was stupid.
Shouldn't have put it on the
They
gram.
too turned up.
Why do you think that people like to just flaunt?
Sometimes for some people, when you used to not having shit, and when you finally get something, you just want to show it off, man.
That's true too. I was a show off at a point, so I was once young. I
You
used
know how
to.
that shit go.
I done got
man.
cars shot
Yeah,
up
you
showing
know-
off, man.
You know how that shit go, man. When
I
you
was a
come
show
from
off,
nothing and you
yeah.
finally get
Hell
something,
yeah.
man, you feel good.
Spin
man.
that shit.
Yeah.
That shit come on.
And there you go.
Yup, and the other guy is Tony Yayo. Yayo is like a Hispanic, well, a Spanish, drug slang for cocaine, right? So it's literally drugs and murder. That's the culture. Don't tell me, you just got to observe. You got to be out there in the wilderness looking at the signs of shit. The signs of cultural rot are everywhere once you know what to look for.
Start checking their Zelle. Check your Zelle. You need to check your Zelle because people are getting Zelle payments. So I'm reminded of a song by Young Miami. And if Young Miami was here today, she would say, where all my scamming school board employees at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Boosting employees, where y'all at? Stuffing those facilities in y'all bags just to flip it and pop some tags.
This is a poetry reading. What do you mean? What the fuck is this? Like this nigga is reading poetry. It's spoken word twerk hymns. Thank you, Red Illusion. You're always right there to catch the ball when I drop it. It's spoken word twerk hymns. All right. He couldn't think of a more eloquent way to get off of his layered, complicated point about financial spending habits and and just the general irresponsibility of the school board and staff and members.
Start checking their Zelle. Check your Zelle. You need to check your Zelle because people are getting Zelle payments. So I'm reminded of a song by Young Miami. And if Young Miami was here today, she would say, where all my scamming school board employees at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Boosting employees, where y'all at? Stuffing those facilities in y'all bags just to flip it and pop some tags. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Spin that shh. Spin that shh. Spin that shh. Start checking their Zelle. Check your Zelle. You need to check.
Every now and then, I'm more proud of my people than I ever was. And I haven't felt like that in a really long fucking time.
Before death is eternity, after death is eternity, there is no death, there's only eternity. And I ride the wings of eternity like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Clack, clack.
Yeah, this is retarded. This is how we communicate, pressing governmental issues. This is how we govern. This is Black leadership. As a matter of fact, during that recent Supreme Court ruling about birthright citizenship, Ketanji, the Supreme Court justice, she was like using TikTok slang in there. I forgot what she was saying, like shit like wait for it and understood the assignment. Using like modern like slang and Blackisms, in an official legal document, just really lowering the bar for professionalism across the board. But this is the culture, and the culture is everywhere, man. What are you gonna do? And apparently, I have been told by members of my own audience, right? And speaking of my own audience, do me a favor, y'all. Like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys do all the things. If you haven't done it already, do all the things, not just one or two, but do all of the things. Like, share, and subscribe. And then also Please, if you want to support the show, click the link in the chat. The link is pinned in the bottom of the chat. You can go and buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com, or you can support the show over on Venmo at The Hoodservative.
Well, my scamming ass fellas, I spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that Goyard bag, boosting.
Go in your Goyard bags.
Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that Goyard bag.
Go in that Goyard bag. Click that link from me. Drop into your Goyard bag. That's the only way I'm going to make it stop. I can't make it stop until somebody goes into the Goyard bag.
Well, my scamming ass fellas, I spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that Goyard bag.
This is the version I'm going to play from now on. I'm not going to give Young Miami any spins ever in my life. If I ever feel the urge to bop to this, I'm going to play this version on loop. It's 38 seconds, but it's 38 seconds of pure bliss, y'all.
Boosting ladies where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit.
What?
Spend that shit, bitch.
What?
Spend that shit. Spend that shit.
What?
Spend that shit.
Yeah.
Spend that shit, baby. Spend that shit. Woo!
Spend that shit. Look at this nigga in the chat. I'm dying.
Well, my
What the hell?
ass fellas,
What the hell kind of comment is I'm dying? Oh my God. I love this clip though, yo. Everybody is so creative.
Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going that Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit. Spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit. Spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
And now a word from the white patriarchy.
Yeah, probably the quickest way to buyer's remorse is to have your wife twerking like a prostitute at your wedding. But this is what Black rap culture has done to American women. It's basically audio poison for, sexual immorality and violence. And it has turned normal, glorious things like weddings into strip shows.
I used to say that I'm not really into white women who are really into hip hop. At one point it was really ironic and cool looking just for a moment. It was like TikTok viral or whatever. But in the grand totality of it all, I don't think it's not the type of white girl that's interesting to me. But the more I think about it, I don't really like any woman who really listens to a lot of rap. Because and I've been through this so many times now. You're in your car and somebody pulling up next to it at the intersection, and it's like a woman listening to little fucking hell his name is, I don't give a shit. And she's just bumping away at the most obnoxious lyrics, drill down on my ops and I'm gonna jump from the tops and all kinds of crazy shit. And she just in her car bopping. I'm like, I could never. I just, women who listen to rap, I just can't do it no more. Once upon a time, but maybe I'm just getting too old for the drama.
It's turned many young women into kind of this rebellious harlot. And the American men, and in this case, an American husband, is just kind of sitting back and watching their whole culture die. And so I just say, stop listening to rap music and restore dignity to glorious things, and ultimately repent and turn to Christ.
And now the black clapback.
Beauty about rap is you can't fucking live rap music.
Rap music is a fantasy. It's not a fucking reality. You think about this. You work hard 40 hours a week. You try to pay your bills, save as much money as you can. Don't you want to hear about a motherfucker balling out? I do. I want to hear about how many bitches you got, what kind of rims you're riding on, how you're blinging out, pouring champagne on bitches, because I can't and I ain't doing that with my money. Beauty about rap is you can't fucking live rap music. Rap music is a fantasy.
That's what the defenders always try to tell you. You can't live the fantasy. And maybe that's true to an extent, but it won't stop people from trying. All right? It won't stop these hoes from dreaming. One thing you can never, ever, ever, ever do, you can never, ever, ever do is stop a hoe from dreaming hoe dreams, okay? Hoe is going to have hoe dreams, and there's nothing you can do to take it away from her. All women are dreamers, actually. I firmly believe this. All women are dreamers. That is why, you know, that's also a part of that whole bad boy phenomenon thing, you know. Girls always fall in love with the wrong guy, that type of thing. Because everyone dreams, right? Men and women, we all have dreams, but women are dreamers by nature. And that's what leads them down these, you know, dumb decision-making paths. But you can't stop them from dreaming. And that's the whole reality of it. No matter how much you think they're saying the wrong thing, no matter how much you think she's just going to mess her life up, you can't stop hoes from dreaming.
And for you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high value man, you're absolutely wrong, okay? There's nothing high value about making $70,000 a year. You men that think working for the city is high value, it's actually not, okay? It's pathetic. It's sad, all right? I don't want my husband coming home smelling like trash. Yes, we do need people to take the trash out, but don't come to me thinking that that's a high value job. Absolutely not, okay? You guys need to go get some real careers, okay? Become an entrepreneur or something, all right? Own a Lamborghini or something. Like, you guys thinking that you driving around here in a fucking Toyota and thinking that you're a high value man because you work for the fucking post office. You're absolutely wrong.
You came for everyday, regular, smegular, hardworking man.
I did.
You told them niggas they're not a high value man if they work at Wendy's, Arby's, the post office. You got a lot of backlash for that video.
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy.
What made you make that video?
A lot of people, they get on these podcasts and they down talk women. So I'm like, okay, well, y'all have so much standards. Well, let me say my standards. I'm so tired of everybody, oh, black women this, black women that. Oh, we got attitude, we got this. Oh, we don't want no women that do this. Okay, well, I don't want no man that work at motherfucking Burger King. I don't want no man that work at the post office. I don't want no man.
The post office got good benefits, though.
They got great benefits, but it's not beneficial enough for me, a high value woman.
Okay.
Okay, but real question. Have you ever gotten ready for date night and realized you've been running around all day? Work, errands, life, and now you're supposed to feel fresh
What type
and
of
confident?
shitty editing is that? See, you got to edit your videos better. But, you know, like I said, hoes be dreaming, y'all. Hoes be having all type of dreams, and you can't stop a hoe from dreaming.
Oh boy. Hello, hello. Hey, hello, hello. That's the Erykah Badu.
India Arie. Everybody remembers her, you know, earthy, brown-skinned, you know, soulful, respectable music, all that deal. She done upset the hoes. She done stirred up the hoes nest, y'all. She done kicked a goddamn hoes nest.
New version, by the way. Hello, hello. Hey, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. I have marks for my glasses. My third album, Testimony, Volume 1, Life and Relationship, turned 20 years old on Friday, the 27th. It snuck up on me. Somebody had to tell me. And so that's why I'm making a video right now instead of writing about this on my Substack, which if you know me, you know, I like writing on my Substack. And you don't need to see that bowl back there. Okay. And I've been in the blogs a couple times this last week. And so I wanted to come and talk about these things. Let's talk about the easy one first. It is being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing. And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. And I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time, but I've seen it. So I know, and I'm telling you what it is, but you enjoy if that's what you want to do. And I will enjoy doing what I want to do. And that's why I don't think anybody needs to boycott. I think people just need to make choices for themselves. That's what I think. That's one. Two, also, this is a short version of a longer video. I put a much longer video where I go into detail about these concepts on my Substack. So go check that out if you're interested. Two, I was also in the blogs because I made comments about Clive Davis. And I said, watch what kind of stories you're going to see coming out about him. I signed my record deal when I was 22 years old. And so I learned about human nature through the lens of the music industry. So I got a full hot dose of all of it. And I know what kind of stories are going to go. I don't need to say anything more because you're going to hear the stories. You're already hearing the stories. If you're on social media, you hear some of it's true, some of it's not true, some of it's conspiracy, some of it's, what's the word, exaggerated, but a lot of it's true. And it's not my place to tell stories of people close to me, but I've heard some stories and I have my own experience. And again, it was wrongly reported that I talked about our working relationship. I did not have a working relationship with him, but I was certainly at the effect of his power. So I go further into that on my Substack if you're interested. And the third thing, when I made the Clive Davis comments, people were saying, well, speak on it, sis. Like, tell us what you think. Like, you know, like they wanted me to, because in my comment, I said, I don't need to go into my story because people have far worse stories than me. I called my experiences with Clive Davis an irritation, and it was an irritation. But I have stories. And that's why I decided to make this video today, because again, I go into the longer version on my Substack, but
that's all she did to kick up the hornet's nest. You know, a little light, some words about energy, and maybe you shouldn't have all this negative energy. Nothing even really crazy.
The worst part is that the people that she's influencing, she's so far removed from.
Yeah.
That's what always kind of hurts my soul with our community. We underestimate the power of influence on our children.
Right.
Because like you said, Young Miami had this anthem, but this anthem I've seen on social media has already entered elementary schools, has already entered middle schools, and kids are saying it, but they don't know if they try, even attempt to do something like this, what their future is going to come to. And it reminds me of even Jeezy when he used to talk about how he was growing up and robbing and stealing and doing X, Y, and Z, but his kids went to school and they were never in the streets, but he was telling you to go in the streets and do X, Y, and Z and all these things, but he was so far removed yet again from the culture. And it's like people benefit from the culture when they're far removed because the consequences don't follow them. Right. They sure as hell will follow that young kid.
You know what? And shout out to Free Zone. He says This song got folks going crazy. I seen niggas dancing to the song with other niggas. No women present. Shit is crime. Shit is crime. Definitely free zone. It is crime. It is capital crime. If I was president, they would be put on a work labor camp. You know, I wouldn't outright execute them, but I would work them to death. I would sell them to the LaQuint Dickey Mining Company for crimes against the civilization. But this is just a part of my overall point I've been making about men and female rap. Like, I understand why women would listen to female rap, because, you know, y'all both trashy, and you know, trashy bitches need an anthem to sing together, right? I can like, that's logical to me, right? I don't have to partake, but I get the chain of logic. As a man, any engaging with female rap makes you look awkward and weird as a dude. It does. You can't, as a dude, as a heterosexual man, especially a black man, like, maybe you can let a white guy get away with it because he might not understand all the weird cultural interplay going on. He just wants to be down. Yeah, right? But as a dude, as a black man, as a nigga, I ain't about to be bopping to no bitches who got bars about who they fucking and how they stunting on niggas, and I gotta spend money on bitches and all of that shit. Because that's all these bitches ever rap about. This bitch whole personality is how she hate me and she better than me, and I'm dying to fuck on her. And I'm over there just like, oh yeah, this is my jam. Oh shit, yo, you hear this bitch, son? Like, what am I doing, bro? No. I'm sidestepping that whole movement. I've never come across a female rapper who is a good person. I think I explained that to you guys before too. Name one female rapper and prove to me, just quickly point out how she's a really great person and a good role model. Name a female rapper that you wouldn't mind your precious daughter following her footsteps. I haven't met a one. And I'm not even saying that there's male rappers that are good people that I'm gonna, you know, champion their morality. Fuck them too. But we're talking about the girls right now. That's all I'm saying. Name a bitch, name a female rapper that's a good woman. Like, am I really off base with this shit? I know I get drastic from time to time, but there's the reason. You don't know we don't know what I know. You don't want to go where I've been. I understand dark things about these hoes.
Who's paying attention to it?
And
we got to do better.
And it's like, what is it going to take for people to recognize that? Especially like you said, the whole audience is clapping. They're praising the song. They're singing the lyrics. Where is our mind? Where's the mindset at?
I've literally never seen a beat that happened on BET where somebody came out and everybody was singing a song. I literally couldn't believe it. It was sickening to see, to be honest, because of the song.
If we're being honest, the song itself is trendy, it's catchy, it's romantic, but it's like, I just want us to pay attention to really what's going on. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, don't listen to those songs. It's unrealistic to say that, right? So we can listen to the songs, but we have to be careful and mindful of how we're influencing with these songs.
That's why you have to not listen to the music. Look, all of you people naming female rappers, and I can tell you right away, lesbian, crazy domestic violence. Lauryn Hill was just a mental case anyway. Like, Lauryn Hill was probably the best you'll get. And I don't even like totally hate Lauryn Hill because like all women are low-key kind of crazy anyway. So I'm not even totally anti Lauryn Hill, but she's still the, like, you know, the she doesn't disprove the rule. She kind of proves the rule true. Like, it's just the thing. At the very least, Lauryn Hill wasn't an open man hater, and she wasn't like a lesbian. And that's how low the bar is, right? That's how absolutely low the bar is. Lauryn Hill is not a man hater, and she's not a lesbian. Therefore, she must be a good woman. Like, that's how low the bar is, bro. But, you know, shout out to Lauryn Hill. It could all be so simple. You rather make it hard. That was my bitch at one time. I love that one song. But, you know, once Lauryn Hill stopped making good, positive music for these earthy hoes to light incense to, it all went downhill.
Me till you come like a regulator, shake it and break it. You got a bumper and break it. They go, you know I'm Jamaican. I think a manifestation. I'm working miracle, baby. I'm trying to cure you, baby. He ain't making you calm, but I'm delirium, baby. Keep it alive.
I don't know, like the orientation of this group here. Is that her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend waving a pistol around in the back of the TikTok video as they're like driving down? It's like a family van. It's like a Ford Fiesta or some shit like that. There's a Nissan Odyssey or something, whatever the family vans are. And they're just driving around. Shout out to the modern Black family.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
Me till you come like a regulator, shake it and break it. You got a bumper and break it. They go, you know I'm Jamaican. I think a manifestation. I'm working miracle, baby. I'm trying to cure you, baby. He ain't making you calm, but I'm delirium, baby. Keep it alive.
And people kind of, they want to deny that the music has just, an awful effect on its listener. But I just, I had to accept that as true. And it's funny, when India Arie put out that video, the producer of Young Miami's hit Spin That, I guess his name is Jay White, did it. He suggested that they double down.
Already. Hey! Where you at? Come on, Dave. Let me do it. Hey! Where y'all at? Let's go.
And think about this, right? Think about how predatory the whole picture is that she just laid out for you, right? As a dude, you have to like go out, steal, right? And it's not just stealing, drug dealing is probably down, but it'll never totally go away, right? I don't think we have as many crackheads today as we did like in 1997 or 1994, but it's still a thing. Cocaine is always going to get sold, and what the messaging really ultimately boils down to is like, risk your life, commit crimes, do whatever you got to do to get the money, because niggas with jobs are losers, and you can't get this pussy if you're a loser with a job. And you do all these things, and then I'll like you. That's the messaging, right? Go be a criminal, and I will like you. I need a soldier. You remember when Beyonce came out with that? Like, are you going to tell me that the messaging does not actually influence the behavior of the people who absorb it over and over again for years and years on end? I need a soldier. Beyonce was telling you she needs. What is a soldier? Did she think? Did you think she was talking about joining the United States military? Did she want you to go be a Marine? Is she talking about the special goddamn forces when Beyonce says I need a soldier? No, she's talking about the army of scamming, boosting, gangbanging, drug dealing, op hunting niggas who absorb all the messaging. That is the army that you must be a soldier in. And that is also who Young Miami is calling out and mocking India Arie by taking her old beat and dropping her ghetto anthem over her old beat. This is a very Diddy move to do, by the way. Shout out to Diddy. I know, ain't Young Miami like one of the ex-Diddy partiers? I forgot all the details about the Diddy case already, but isn't Miami one of the ex-Diddy party goers?
Already. Hey! Where you at? Let me do it. Hey. Where y'all at? Let's go. You better. Young Miami, what's up, bro? Hey.
Listen, you can never tell us that Young Miami hasn't paid her dues in the music industry, all right? No matter what you think about that music, she has paid her dues, goddammit. She did what it takes to be successful in Black music.
If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Arie and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. It's just lyrics. So when this girl, India, Arie, or well, whoever the hell it is, listen, I have no problem with these Afrocentric type people.
You know what's crazy? Luke, of all people, wants to tell you guys, oh, it's just lyrics, y'all. It's just lyrics. These are just words. These are just words. It's just lyrics, y'all. You can't get mad at words. People don't just get out there and go do stuff based on just words. But let a white person make a song about how much he hate niggas, right? Let a white person sing about hating niggas. Matter of fact, let a white girl do a cover on one of my new favorite songs. I need you to imagine a white woman singing this. Imagine Kate Bush singing this herself. Remember, these are just words, and words don't have effect on anything. Now imagine a white person singing those lyrics again. I gotta tell you the real shit. I ain't never heard a person, man or woman, I have never heard anybody ever kazoo with heart and soul. I didn't know you could actually put your heart and your soul into a goddamn kazoo. I didn't think it was like big enough. I didn't think it was shaped. It didn't have the right harmonics or whatever. But this bitch is kazooing with all of her might. Like, I didn't even know it could be done. Like, I can feel her pain through the kazoo.
Bored as fuck. It's just lyrics. So when this girl, India, Arie, or well, whoever the hell it is, Listen, I have no problem with these Afrocentric type people, but they're always jumping into the conversation of wanting art to be created like they are. If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Arie and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck.
You know, it's not even that we would be bored so much, but I think there is a now we're gonna have to get deep for a minute, you know. You mind if we get deep for a minute? You know, smoke a blunt if you got one. Now it's time to take a deep drag. All right, I already smoked mine. That's why we're gonna go. We're gonna go here. I think there is a kind of like there is a philosophy to art, and I think it's really a basic principle from which all other art really stems from, which is art at its basic conception is an expression of beauty and or divinity, in which divinity is inherently tied, I mean, beauty rather is inherently tied to divinity, right? That there is something inherently beautiful about the divine. And anytime that we make an attempt to like express with our own feeble hands and minds our imagination of something beautiful, which that's what we call art, we are attempting to like capture a moment of divinity and express it and share it with anybody else who can witness it, right? There is, you know, reaching for perfection is another expression of it, right? This is why some of the greatest artworks, whether it's like some of my favorite examples of this would be like statues like David, you know, the Roman, the Greek statues, some of the great artworks of like Italy or whatever, where like the very idea was to like capture the essence of the beautiful form. Like a lot of these old marble statues, or they've been like perfectly polished, and you can kind of get the tones of muscles, and you can see like the ripples of linen and whatnot. They have been like years of craft and skill and practice and perfectionism boiled down into this one expression. And that has kind of been the traditional for a long time now, in the vastness of the human experience. That has been the tradition of how we express beauty. And another example of this is like Japanese art, another favorite of mine. Like they've created a culture of beauty unto itself, totally separate from like Western Christian influence or whatever. And it's still the same concept of trying to boil down something perfection, like something boil down the perfection of a thing and then recreate it and express it. And what happened in the modern world is we've begun to be at war with the idea of beauty itself, right? Which means that, you know, by being at war with beauty and beauty being inseparable from the divine, our war with beauty is another front in the war on God. And that's what's happening with a lot of this music. And so with India Arie, she is attempting to make beautiful music, you know, whether or not you listen to her, whether or not you like that style of it all, she's not attempting to make music about things that are the opposite of the divine, the opposite of that search for divinity. She's trying to kind of, you know, connect with it on a level. Whereas like music about gangbanging, drug dealing, twerking and popping your pussy and showing off your money and all that, it is actually the opposite of going toward the divine. It is the opposite of beauty. It's not, I don't even know if it's ugly. It's unbeautiful though. It's ungodly even, you know, it's undivine.
I'm sorry. I love their music. I appreciate their music. I appreciate their artistic values. But at the end of the day, why are you having a conversation about something that's considered as art? Does anybody get all upset when the man is standing up there and people are looking at the sculpture, the art sculpture, of this man with his jumper tools out? Nobody has nothing to say about that. But then it's always us. It's always black on black crime. It's always black on black crime.
Now, notice what Luke is attempting to connect to right here, because who made the statue of David? Was it like Da Vinci or some shit? I don't know, but whoever made the statue of David, and apparently David has his junk out because it's just a naked man. Because David has his junk carved into marble, that means women can walk around on my video set with their nipples out, and we're gonna twerk on camera and all that because David has his junk out in a marble statue.
You never hear them talk about each other. You never hear the white women talk about the white man. You don't hear the white artist talk about another white artist.
And this is a whole other layer to the drama, which is you can't push Black people to aspire to a higher culture because something white people. That's really what the whole thing boils down to, right? You can't expect better from Black culture because white people. The connections to white people will always change, but it's invariably white people.
Then there Arie hopped on Threads and commented about Young Miami's Spin That.
Where all
after a commentator said people should boycott the single. India says, what did she say?
I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami song Spin That. I believe it's degrading to our culture.
Well, no, India Arie didn't say this. So the commenter said she was calling for a boycott, and then India Arie commented, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see or eat is going to influence you. True. So make wise choices, yo.
So I got some suggestions.
Where is she calling for a boycott? Okay, so then she says the mass acceptance of this song itself is a crystal clear sign of the bigger problem. I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very rude awakening.
Can I speak to this?
So let's clear that up. She didn't call for a boycott. Somebody else called for a boycott. She supported it and said
She commented on it.
She supports the boycott.
She supports the boycott.
Okay, so is she gonna so let's make a post and say we think they should take down Denzel's movies where he was acting bad in the movies. Training Day where he won the Oscar. Take that down. He should get that back because what kind of example with Halle Berry letting that man cracker like that on screen? She get that Oscar back. We should be boycotting all of this.
Power, the whole Power universe.
Actually, I gave up watching Power too a long time ago. I don't watch none of them shows. The Raising Kanan, the Rise of These Hoes Who Sell Dope. I don't watch none of them shows. But I don't even know why that's the connection. But let's go there. Let's go there. And I don't even think it's the actual shows. You know, I almost can't even blame the media as much as I would like to in all these cases, because there's something else happening that is very much unique to Black culture. Nobody expects Arnold Schwarzenegger to like really be a Terminator machine from the future here to, you know, end all humanity. Nobody expected Sylvester Stallone to be like a highly trained Vietnam vet who can infiltrate behind enemy lines and commit all types of acts of, you know, covert ops and warfare. Right? Nobody expects, you know, Hollywood actors. You know, like nobody really thinks Tom Cruise can be Jack Reacher. Nobody in their right mind thinks Tom Cruise should ever act like Jack Reacher in real life. But there is a type of connection. There is this idea we call street credibility, right? Street cred. Now it applies really to rappers in particular, and it applies to the rap world in particular, because although with actors and you know, with the whole movie world in general, it's always understood that it's just a role. I'm just performing a character. I didn't even write the character, right? I don't write the character. I didn't just, you know, I'm just doing the job. You know, I'm punching the clock like you, buddy, right? But with rap and rap in particular, and gangster rap, really, gangster rap is a very, very individualized, personalized, achievement-based art form. Like, think about this for a minute. When you listen to rap songs and you listen to your favorite rappers, think about how much they actually talk about themselves, their own achievements, how much they have, how much more they have than the next guy, how I'm this, I'm that, you're not this, you're not that. I do all these things. I have all these things. All the hoes love me. The hoes hate you. Your hoe will stop loving you and love me because I'm him, right? This is basically like the structure and the substance of most rap music. It's all about being the guy that you tell people that you are. It is all about being him. And rappers, like I said, unique to every other art form, rappers are very much pressured to be the guy they rap about being.
Let's get rid of the whole power universe. All of this, we getting rid of all of this stuff. Everything that has, like, up until this point, we can go back and say we can nitpick with, like, yo, bet she ain't gonna get to talking about let's boycott Denzel Washington for this man on fire shit. She ain't gonna never say nothing like that out of her mouth.
Right.
But it's boycott Young Miami though. I mean, it's some ignorant shit. Scamming ass nigga.
But
That's
this
some
my
ignorant
thing,
shit.
though.
but-
If we talking about crime and the list of crimes and the list of crimes that are rapped about in hip hop, right? From drug dealing, pimping, drug using, rape, murder, all of these things, stealing, killing your own. Miami rapping about stealing from major conglomerates or scamming banks.
You know, damn it, what did I just do? Oh, shit.
And there Arie hopped on Threads and commented.
This is big. She's mad. That she had a big song, Brown Gang. Miami though. I mean, it's some ignorant shit.
Yeah, all right. Here's the thing. There is, in the movie Man on Fire that this guy just brought up, all the horrible things that Denzel Washington did in that movie, he technically committed these acts of horrible violence in the spirit of vengeance and almost even justice, right? And this is kind of, there's two things I've been thinking about too since lately. Heroism and violence, right? Like the problem that Batman doesn't, like, you know, kill the Joker to just be done with it all. Like ultimately in the real world, that's just what heroism would ask of you. It would ask that you be more horrible and more violent than the horrible, violent people that you know, been set up against. But ultimately, Man on Fire is a movie where Denzel is the hero because he is attempting to, like, rescue or at least, you know, avenge the death of a young girl, or some girl that was in his charge, and he was supposed to protect her, and they got to her, and so he went back on a vengeance mission. Now, all that is technically heroism. It's horrible, brutal violence, but it was done to people who did a horrible, brutal thing to a little girl. Now, I don't think he really understands the concept of heroism, because even in the making of this anthem about boosting and scamming and, you know, spending all the money and all that, you're now making heroes of criminals who have no moral thread to stand on. That's really what's happening with all these anthems about crime and criminality. It's literally inverting the basic concept of heroism and defense of everything that is right and just. We're now making heroes out of the most horrible people among us because it's cool now.
Scamming ass nigga.
But
That's
this
some
is my
ignorant
thing,
shit.
though.
What?
If we talking about crime and the list of crimes and the list of crimes that are rapped about in hip hop, right? From drug dealing, pimping, drug using, rape, murder, all of these things, stealing, killing your own. Miami rapping about stealing from major conglomerates or scamming banks. That's where we draw the line.
She never had a song this big. She's mad.
That
she had a big song, Brown Gang. You know, I remember that. That was like 2000. It'd been a while. She never had a song this big. Everywhere you go, you hear Young Miami shit. Everywhere you went, you did not hear Arie shit. You heard that shit in little speakeasies and places like that. But that shit
when you heard it, that's it?
little speakeasies and places, little nasty juke joints and shit like that. Young Miami shit is popping. She at the Knicks parade with that.
Yeah.
She, her name is Miami, Young Miami, and she at the New York Knicks parade with this song. Like, knock it off. Whoever calling for a boycott of that song, go first get all of that Denzel Washington shit and that Holly Berry shit from off the internet. We don't want to see none of that no more. That booty call shit when niggas chasing ass all day. We don't want to see none of that.
Now, I agree with what you're saying. But the young lady says, I'm calling for boycott of Young Miami song. I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power music has over our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer.
Well, it is.
Listen, I understand. And to her point, what she's making, I understand what she's saying. Music does.
Yeah, the whole popularity over principle thing, Ms. Cantrell, this is kind of... This is one of those things where it's incredibly black-pilling when you just observe it objectively. What you're watching is a refusal, not even to hold principles, but to acknowledge that a principle even exists, right? They're just literally following whatever they've been told is cool. You know, it's on all the radio stations, therefore it's the big song, therefore it is morally acceptable, therefore it is right and righteous, right? It's popular, therefore it's cool. Therefore it's right. Like your whole morality now is based on whatever people tell you is cool, which is like high school girl morality or some shit.
Does have power, it has influence over us, over our culture. It absolutely does. Words have power. Words can be spells. It can put people in trances. And we say all the time, we listen to something, we get into a certain mood. We listen to music when we want to get into a certain zone. So obviously we know the effects that music has over us. I just don't know if this is the fight we need to start on though. Like this is the battle right here, this record. Like it's mad other songs we could have started with.
We can start with the entirety of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like the entirety.
Now I love hip hop for what it's done. I love it for the amount of lives it has impacted positively, the amount of jobs.
We can start with all hip hop
for millions of people around the world.
You got to get rid of everything that ain't Chuck D, man.
Yeah, but
that's it, man. Everything that ain't.
If we
Chuck
gonna do
D.
that, if we gonna start boycotting the Young Miami and I understand what India's saying, and I understand what this other young lady is saying.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes people like.
Even the Chuck D thing, right? You know, technically Chuck D is a different type of problem. I mean, it wasn't as like just straight antisocial and criminality based, but Chuck D was still a part of that. You know, we're black, we're forever oppressed. You know, we got to fight the white man system. That was still the type of music Chuck D was putting out, which wasn't necessarily most productive either. But yeah, it's way different from this bullshit we got going on now. And at least back when Chuck D was, you know, making that kind of music, you could at least talk to people about the need for moral clarity and the idea that, you know, you can encourage people to do better. You can expect better from people. You should expect better from people. Nowadays, you're not allowed to expect better from people.
First of all, I'm going to say shout out to my little homegirl, Young Miami. Got the hottest record on radio, streets, video, all social media platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit, YouTube. The finest little shit in the game right now. and everybody is jamming this record except a few old centrals. Let me tell you old something. That's why I don't you old right now. That's why I would not my one of you old so because you old is too modern and too plain, outdated. The game done passed you by. Do you think y'all Miami give a fuck about you don't like her record? You take our time to go on social media to down talk a girl. We've been talking negativity in every music, every song since before I even started doing music, and I've been doing it, mother.
Think about what he's admitting to, though, right? What you are giving is an indictment of the black music, the black culture itself, right? Because he's basically telling this old hoe to shut the hell up. Because our culture been trashed this whole time anyway.
What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it.
Let me take a minute to do a little station business. Let me give some shout outs real quick to my man, Jesse Lee. I think this one actually came in a couple of days ago. I haven't been on air in a few days, so I know I didn't even get to this one yet. But shout out to my man, Jesse Lee, with the $5 buy me a coffee donation. And also shout out to Smarty Pants with the $5 buy me a coffee donation that came in a couple of days ago. Appreciate y'all so much for supporting the show. Do remember to hit the link that's posted in the chat if you want to support the show. If you want to buy me a coffee, whatever size coffee you think you want to give, that's fine with me. But please feel free to buy me a coffee. Click the link in the bottom of the chat right there. And also, you can hit me on Venmo at The Hoodservative.
I need that money.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
And shout out to True Hype with the $15 coffee donation. He says, and also if you want to post questions or comments and make sure they get read out loud, you can type in a lot of questions or you can use a lot of characters on buymeacoffee.com to make your post. But True Hype with the $15 donation, he says, this crazy as shit, MAGA, it's the MGGA making Granny great again. We got to make grannies great again. I don't know what happened to grannies, y'all, but these old hoes think they're young hoes, and now all we just got is a house full of hoes.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the black community?
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! Yeah! You make Hulk angry! You not like Hulk angry! Hulk no like fighting girls.
Hey, True Hype, you know what's so funny? True Hype says, I'm buying Hood some tea. I actually got in front of me right now a big-ass Yeti thermos cup full of tea because I mostly drink tea. I'm not a huge coffee drinker, especially if I have the option. You know, apparently somebody does love me. She bought me a nice Yeti teacup, part of a Father's Day package. It was beautiful. You know, it's nice to be loved and drink hot tea every day. But shout out to True Hype.
30 years. I'm about you age. You to say something about me. Leave that little young lady alone. Because if you see how pretty she is, you don't look like her. So it giving me hate a little bit. You see how fine she is. You ain't shaped like her. You don't shape like me. If you shape like me, you do not have no motherfucking grounds. You don't have a dog in the fight to be getting on the social media down talking to this young lady who's doing something positive and successful. You got to raise your own kids. If you let music raise your kids, that's you bad breath. Always talking about it. Man, let the girl get her motherfucking money. All the negative records in the world that came out and people have made plenty motherfucking money off of. Y'all want to talk down on the young lady because she got a hit record, a hot record? You think that's gonna stop? You don't see she's climbing the charts every day. Y'all leave Young Miami alone and spin that shit.
You know what's funny too? people talk about the music industry like it's totally based on raw merit. Like there's any objective way to judge why one song makes it big and another song doesn't. Like it's a lot of just different things that are hard to measure. But you know, he wants us to act like she won the gold medal in you know, the Olympic 500-yard dash or some shit. Like, no, she's doing it. There's a lot of payola, a lot of behind the scenes music push, a lot of the right connections, a lot of things, but it's not like she's about to join Mensa or some shit like that. Like she's not in a rare club because she got a popping record.
Again, shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the fucking world, not just the country. The hottest record in the world. They singing this shit in China, in Russia, Ethiopia. God damn it! Shout out to Young Miami, one of the baddest shit, the finest little shit in the game right now.
And you know, there's another thing too, man. And this is bigger than Trick, but Trick Daddy. I mean, his name is Trick Daddy. Think about the people we've come in an encounter with today. We've had to listen to people named Yayo and Murder and Trick Daddy. He's the father of tricking. You understand how big that is right now? You ain't never met nobody before. This nigga is the father of tricking. What are you the father of? What are you the proud parent of? What have you raised? This nigga is the father of tricking. This nigga got tricking genetics, right? This nigga planted the tricking family tree. So, of course, he likes the idea of a young hoe out here talking about spin that shit. Spin that shit. I feel like you are way too biased to give an objective opinion. The father of tricking can't have an opinion on hoes.
You bad body old bitches, not one fuck to be giving how you feel about this young girl and her song. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive that's in her bag right now.
What is she doing that's actually positive though? And this brings me back to the other guy when he was talking about, you know, Denzel Washington in that movie, and it's like, yeah, I guess maybe you don't understand what like heroism and violence and, you know, heroic violence. Well, let's use that as a frame. You just don't get the idea of what we're calling heroic violence, right? That's really what that is. And you know what? Shout out! I got to make a couple more shout outs. I haven't even noticed this Venmo thing. I think my phone's on vibrate, by the way. That's probably what's killing me. But shout out to the Venmo audience here. My man Marshall with the 20 ball on Venmo. Oh, snap. Shout out to my man Marshall with the 20 ball. I appreciate you guys' love and support. You know, I got bills to pay. StreamYard keep upping the bill like every 18 months, man. God damn it.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 Cleveland slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying. Son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Arie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
And you know what's interesting? Let me talk about this Ric Flair clip for a minute too, because I think, you know, it almost, you would think this was a hypocritical reach if you didn't really examine the two things, right? Ric Flair He's literally standing on good breeding, good genetics, good business making deals. You know, I deal in good circles. Like he's standing on. I hate to use the beauty argument that I was making earlier, but he's at least pointing in that direction, right? It's a little bit more crass when he does it because, you know, it's definitely just showing off, but still, it's not quote unquote ill-gotten gain, right? I inherited the looks, right? I inherited the money. I inherited this goddamn Mercedes Benz, right? Like somebody put the work in for me to inherit this good stuff. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere, right? But when you listen to like Young Miami, it's like where my scamming ass, boosting ass, where my lying, stealing, thieving, pimping, robbing, generally antisocial, preying on the weak, stealing from the poor people at. It's really a different type of vibe, right? Like there's a flex, and then there's like it's almost like a weak representation of something else, right? Like you can't flex like Ric Flair, so you gotta like flex like a drug. It's the drug dealer flex, really. You want to flex like Ric Flair, but you can't inherit the God-given talent and the skill and the good looks and all that. Like it is a weird like jealousy thing too. And you know what? One more time, and shout out to my man, American man with the 20 ball as well. Hold on, I just saw that. Where'd that one go? He says, support a black father. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to my man, American man with the 20 ball on the Venmo donation.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Arie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
Talked about her bad when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who the nigga she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this fucking internet and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smelling ass bitches. I know you bitches. I know you. I know you mad. I know you hoes is mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking each clubs each and every night.
You know what? Yo, Trick Daddy is bad right now. You know who Trick Daddy remind me of? This is like a total non sequitur, but it fits in the moment because Trick Daddy is channeling somebody right now. I'm gonna show you this video because I just found it last night, and we gotta let this play for a hot second because he is channeling some real dark matter energy right now. Talking about India Arie, bitch, you shape like me. How you shape like me? That's a crazy dig, but I know he's channeling some real dark matter energy. So we're gonna take a segue to some real dark matter energy. Cause I was about to say I ain't never seen a nigga mad at a bitch the way Trick Daddy mad at a bitch right now until I remembered I just saw that the other night.
Hurt because your titty's too big for your body, bitch. I won't use a gun bar this round, and I bet you get body, bitch. You skinny, fat body, bitch. You ping pong paddle body, bitch.
Not you skinny, fat body, but you ping pong paddle body, bitch. Yo, this is like the worst clip I've ever seen at one of these battle rap shows.
You's a taco body bitch, Johnny Bravo body bitch, weird shaped body bitch, Silverback 8 body bitch. You are a McDonald's ice cream cone shaped body bitch. I don't know if you should lose or gain weight body bitch, stink body bitch.
Whoa.
Upper half.
I don't know if you should lose or gain weight body bitch. Listen, every time I get mad at a chick, I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna channel this energy and use it productively for my own purposes. But this is some dark matter energy right here.
Army take body bitch. God blessed you and cursed you. You got an odd body bitch. You got that Queen Latifah from Set It Off body bitch. Pig face, cow udders in your bra body bitch.
You know, and it's actually, while we're on this subject of battle rap, and we're talking about, you know, the horrible internalized nature of black culture. Like internally, black culture just has a lot of horrible, antisocial, unproductive elements to it. And I would ask you out there, especially anybody in the audience who's taken umbrage to anything I say, any theories I've given, any images I've pointed out, what can you point to outside of black culture that can even approach what we call battle rap, right? The idea that I'm going to stand in a crowd of people in front of you, and I'm going to say to you with full intent and meaning the most horrible things, the most ridiculous insults that I can think of. And not even just insults, but often threats too. You know, you should hear, you know, that's why he said something about gun bars, because they will say stuff like, I'll take my 9 mil and every time I fire a pill, I'll hire a kill and inspire to drill, and you'll feel the fire of thrill. Like they'll just start rapping about the most murderous things that they would do to one another, right? And this is like a very, very active part or subculture, at least, of black culture. This is a part of like the black culture. And what other culture has anything that compares to just constantly insulting, threatening, and berating one another for the entertainment of others? And you know what? At these events, it's been tamed for the most part recently, but when these battle raps used to, when they first started becoming a thing and it was getting popular, this was like probably almost 20 years ago now with like the Smack DVD era. Did anybody remember the Smack DVD era? Like right before the internet started interneting really hard, we used to have like a DVD distribution network. You know, you bought them either from the trunk of somebody's car or from some African setting up a shop in your town. And they would be like selling all these like low budget hood documentaries. You guys remember the hood documentaries? Some of the greatest pre-internet entertainment was the hood documentaries. And yep, the Sub-Zero, all of that, right? But Smack DVD is probably one of the biggest known parts of that. And people would be doing like a lot of battle raps and shit. And on these battle raps, because people would be saying crazy shit to each other, it was one battle rap in particular that kind of set off the whole battle rap niggatry era. When I remember it clearly, the nigga was like, oh, you mad because I'm styling on you? Got the 40 cal on you, some shit like that. Soon as the nigga said, oh, you mad because I'm styling on you, bro just hooked off on him. Boop, 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 bop, bing, 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 bing. Like just started throwing blows on him. It was wicked. And battle rap's been crazy ever since then.
Big face, cow udders in your bra body bitch. Upper half big, lower half small body bitch. You ain't cute. You just a big titty body bitch. Shitty body bitch. You are a Mark Henry body bitch. Real shit. Don't nobody dig your body bitch. You are an upside down bowling pin figure body bitch.
Don't nobody dig your body, bitch. You are an upside down bowling pin figure body, bitch. Like, oh my God. Listen, anytime you get mad at a chick, just channel that energy. Because that's what Trick Daddy was on.
Appearances, these hosts, she dropping her hottest single out there. Young Miami, you better not let these old ragla ass bitches deter nothing you trying to do. That's why I don't fuck you old bitches. That's why I would not fuck one of you old bitches, because the game done passed you by, bitch. You still stuck in the motherfucking 50s and the 60s. I don't want no old bitch with no gray hairs on her pussy. Let me explain something to you hoes. You hoes want to be celibate and yo, I'm
Trick Daddy up here talking shit about old hoes. Wait till this next video I show you though. This is what I'm saying. This old nigga, the father of tricking got some explaining to do.
celibate. I got my LLC and my credit score 800. Stick your 800 credit score up your ass, and your LLC ain't making no motherfucking money, bitch. You don't have a customer, a product to sell. All your shit is bullshit. Get you some money, however you do. Stop getting on here talking bad about your.
Think about that for a minute, right? There is no internal imposition of morality in the Black culture. That's another black pill, right? Take some notes just in case, you know. There is no internal imposition of morality in the Black culture. Generally speaking, on a social level, the one institution whose literal job it was to be a force that would impose morality internally on a group. We don't need the government. We don't need the law. We don't need our ops in some other community. The institution whose job it was to promote internal morality for your group was the goddamn church. That was the church's primary job and function, was to impose Western Christian morality, all right? Western Christian morality was the moral center of Black America leading up to the Civil Rights era. The boomers. That was the morality that the boomers were born into. Western Christian morality. And then we started being modern and liberal and revolutionaries too. And the church no longer imposes morality. The church is the last place Black people can go for morality at this point.
Yeah, what are they coming to church doing? Being gay! Fellow Black woman that's making money. Music ain't for everybody. If you don't like it, bitch, turn off your radio, close and cancel your subscription to all your social media sites. Get off of Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, because, bitch, as long as you on there, you going to hear it, raggedy bitch. These young hoes don't want to leave their man. They want to be happy. These young women of the day, these young bitches of the day do not want to be old and miserable like you for the rest of their life. They want to smoke a hookah, hit them a joint, take them a shot of Don Julio Patron. They want to get flued out.
They want to get flued out.
I deleted the last live because I had some more shit to say. I got some more shit to say. I deleted the last live. I'm coming back. Well, I got more shit to say. More people come in the room. I got more shit to say. Again, shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the fucking world. Not just the country. The hottest record in the world. They singing this shit in China, in Russia, Ethiopia, goddammit. Shout out to Young Miami. One of the baddest shit, the finest little shit in the game right now.
He love him some Young Miami. He really do. Father of tricking. He want to trick on Miami so bad.
Listen, she spent 2 weeks waiting on the hair appointment. She done sent the bitch a deposit who she can't even talk to. She done cashed out this bitch a deposit. out of my money. She paid another bitch $150 to do her makeup. She bought a wig for $600 and paid the bitch $200 to install it. It took her 7 hours to find the outfit and 4 hours to get dressed. This shit been going on for 2 weeks, and I can get 15 minutes for a little quickie. That's the problem. Well, a lot of people are like, why you not divorced yet? Because I'm never getting married again anyway. If Joy want to keep on cheating on me and committing adultery, we're going to end up in hell together. We might get together in hell. But I'm not.
Well, why are you not getting a divorce straight? Even if you never get married again, like.
You know, I think the other day, Minister Jack put out a video. He did a live stream or something like that, where he was basically saying that every trick is a simp. And, you know, without even watching, I just instinctively knew that was true. Every trick is a simp. And if you are the father of tricking, are you not also the father of simping?
Right. That's why I don't want to get married. Men like you, because I'm not chasing down on men to sign on papers, and then I'm still married.
You don't have to change one thing about
this. I gotta spend money to divorce you.
No.
It's like,
see, that's the part about it that's not true. If a man don't respond to divorce, the judge gonna grant it in behalf of the woman.
Well, now, why you not divorced? Why you not divorced?
Let me ask you this. Well, I'm not divorced because we never got divorced.
But why not?
I forgot.
How long it's been?
A long time, over 10 years. I'm having a wonderful time.
So, are you single or you're dating right now?
I'm always dating. I'm dating when I'm not single. I'm dating when I am single. I'm always dating. I'm having fun right now. I'm enjoying life.
Okay, because this is like a serious topic.
Right.
Because I'm like, for real. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
So, what age do a man get to where he just don't want to have fun no more? Because it's like you're going to be 60, 65, still
I'm
having
going to tell you
fun.
why I fucked up. I'm going to tell you why I fucked up at. I got married at 22.
You know what's crazy about this whole conversation? You got a young hoe and an old trick and an old simp discussing like how relationships work and shit. This is why the youth are lost. You got young hoes and old simps who will never retire from the game out here discussing how to have love and relationships.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I fucked up. At. I got married at 22. That's why I fucked up at.
Shout out to the elders out here trying to lead the youth.
And I want to give Arie some education if she didn't know. And respect to the legend, so I'm going to deal with her in a very, light tone. Ma'am, the entire hip hop is degenerate. This is the culture that we now live in. This is, I would probably want to argue, black culture in general that's promoted. Young Miami.
No, I'm not a huge DJ Academic fan, but every now and then that nigga be spot on, man. Shout out to Academic for calling it like it is.
She might not be in the middle of the spectrum, but she's not that far off from the message being sent by every artist. Let me run down a bunch of lists of people that you might know that is no better than her. So y'all hear about SZA, Summer Walker, aka Pizza Hut. They're both making openly side chick music. These chicks have no shame. They're making music about being the other girl or being the fact that their guy's fucking another girl. No shame, side chick music.
Hey, listen. I love me some Whitney Houston. Rest in peace. Whitney Houston wrote the OG side chick anthem. All right? Whitney Houston she wrote the OG side chick anthem. I'm telling y'all, you have no idea how deep side chick culture is in black female America. All right. I would argue black women have popularized the side chick. Saving all my love for you. That was Whitney Houston. Back when Black America thought Whitney sung white pop music. The cleanup woman. Just be good to me. I don't care about them other girls. Just be good to me. Is it wrong for me to say that Black women have pioneered the side chick industry? Black women are like the Elon Musk of the side chick industry, right? Black women gonna put the first side bitch on the moon. Mark my words, all right? You're hearing it from me here now, today, on America's birthday, the 4th of July, 2026, Black women will put the first side bitch on the moon. Nobody does to the side chick industry what Black women are willing to do.
Cardi B, love her, that's my friend. But Cardi B's rapping about fucking on your man when her man fucking on another bitch. Listen, we get into it. Meg Thee Stallion, what could I say about it? Meg just rapping about lying. Let's keep it up here. Lying, nigga. Lying and setting niggas up. Not
female rapper, I'm telling you. There are no female rappers who are also good people. I think it's a prerequisite at this point.
that far off from what Young Miami's doing. Okay. I know you might be like, well, you're not familiar with some of these names. Beyonce wasn't no different anyway. Okay. Beyonce wasn't no different anyway. Beyonce was singing about that degeneracy too. All my single ladies. To the left. I could have another you in a minute. Ho. Straight up. That's how they was giving it up. Like, this is the type of music that's popping. Like, this is not just Young Miami.
Not only side chicks, but they also made side niggas popular too. Yeah. To the left. I can have another you in a minute because you already had another me. What do you mean I can have another you in a minute? Bitch, that is pretty damn sass to replace me.
This is black culture. Nicki Minaj is rapping about let's be independent, but still finesse your mans. Yes, she does that. I know. They all do it. This is a whole culture of rap. Don't call out just one.
And so I creep. Yeah, just keep it on the down low. And nobody else supposed to know. You guys remember that was the song of the summer at one point. That was the Young Miami hit of my teenage years, bro. Remember Creep? Look, I just threw that idea out there and look at what the universe provides. I'm telling you, they didn't just popularize being side bitches, they popularized having side niggas too. I creep around because you don't give attention. Don't mess around with my affection, yeah. And they had the nerve to blame you for creeping around, right? That was the funny thing, too. Made a whole song about fucking on another nigga, but it was all your fault. It's because you wasn't doing me right. It's because you wasn't giving me enough attention. So I had to go creep and get more affection.
And we don't even got to stick with the females. The males are doing it too. These days, listen, when you talk about your type of music, Indie Arie, we could talk about other artists back in the day that had a lot of decorum when talking about women. Oh, man. Nah, I want to, like R&B songs or even like songs with melody would be like, oh, yeah, I want to show you a good time. I want to, earn your love. You know what's popping these days, Indie Arie? I'm putting you on.
Honestly, yes, on the surface of it all, right? If you're just like glancing from outside, yeah, that's what you would notice, right? But you know who just passed away recently? Well, not recently, but in the recent past, I guess, Clarence Carter. You guys know who Clarence Carter is? Who knows who Clarence Carter is? Sing along if you know the words, y'all. I stroke it to the east. I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. Woo! I be stroking. I be stroking. You guys don't know Clarence Carter? Oh, man. See, since we talking about how wholesome and pure Black music used to be. Let's talk about the music that was around. This was old music when my mother was having house parties and shit.
Breakfast. Have you ever made love while you watch the Late Late Show?
Have you ever made love while you watched the Late Late Show? At least they weren't using profanity, right? At least they didn't say, was you fucking at 11:30 at night? No, it was, have you ever made love?
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever made love on a couch? Well, let me ask you this.
This is like boomer game right here. This is peak quality boomer game.
Have you ever made love on the back seat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the back seat of a car, and the police came and shined his light on me, and I said, I'm stroking.
I'm stroking. This is what was good, wholesome, pure music back in the day before black folks started, rapping about crack rock and all of that shit, right? But before we was rapping about twerking and crack rock and all that, Clarence Carter was stroking in the back seat of a car. To the police, he was stroking so hard, the police had to come and stop him from stroking.
That's what I'm doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking.
I mean, we had some good times, though. We really had good times. It was all better. I won't even deny it. It was a better vibe. At least that one had an air of fun to it, It wasn't like, I'm gonna make love in this club. Like, I don't even think that's a physiological possibility. But anyway.
One game. Who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? Yo, it's time for the threesome. Don't blame it on one person, man. I'm going to give you what the culture is giving us. Oh, y'all think it was just only that song? You know what song I like? He ain't been on the charts in mad long. They tried to cancel him. You know what he came back on the charts with? Pop that thing, let it clap, ride that dick.
I don't even know who we talking about. Because I don't listen to like a lot of this shit no more. So I don't even know who got canceled and who came back. You know what? I do know because I think I did hear on the radio at one point. I think who was it? Not Jeezy. Juvie. Juvenile has a new some new music on the radio. This is a whole other problem of the lack of like family formation and all that shit. There is something that is relatively unappealing about men who don't age well and settle into the second half of their life. Just like being, 40 something in the club in your little mini skirt, got your ass and your titties out, and y'all out here competing with the young college girls and shit like that. I think being a 40, 50-year-old something man competing in that same arena on that same level is a bit odd too. And I think in a lot of ways, though, it could even get a little bit darker for men because I do think as you get older as men, it's probably better to be like, paired off and just partnered up and out of that whole realm of debauchery and constantly on the hunt for, momentary happiness and shit like that. I think it just it's like you're going to be chasing your tail until you run out of tail to chase. And there is something just about, there's something more mature, I think. I'm struggling to frame this accurately because I'm trying to express it as I'm talking about it. But like, there is a level of immaturity to not even attempt it. Because I get it, not everything works out well, and sometimes you did your best wasn't good enough. Fine, yeah, I get that. But in general, it's better to kind of be in that way than to not, because it's almost like you become untethered maybe, and you get stuck in this constant loop. Or you go the other direction and you become like the weird old guy with like a porn collection. I vow, whatever depths I sink to, I promised myself years and years ago, this is probably one of the longest promises I ever kept, but I vowed to never become the weird old guy who has a porn collection.
Spread them cheeks, let us see that. Spread them cheeks, let us see that hole. Suck that thing till your throat gets so. That's what's popping in music. Indy Arie, I don't know who finally gave you a phone or internet, but log back off. This is universal. Hip hop is degenerate. The culture has been at this state. Young Miami, she's one of the least offenders, because I keep telling you, she might get one, but she don't live it. There's people that sing it and live it. So please, Indy Arie, I think you owe, I know you're the legend, and you got to respect your elders, but you owe Young Miami an apology. You singled her out for no reason, saying it's a scammer song.
It is, though.
By the way,
I mean, what else is it about? All my scamming ass niggas at. Like, that is literally what she's calling for. It's a call to the scamming ass nigga community.
I'm not here defending scammers. What I'm here saying is that every time we like a goddamn song in hip hop, it's fucking degenerate. It's nasty. It's encouraging crime. It's encouraging whoredom.
And this is why I wanted to include this clip, and we're going to kind of wrap it up here with this one. But shout out to Academic again for keeping it a buck. Like, maybe not all the way. It is definitely a scammer song, bro. But like, at least you're being honest about the broad reality of hip hop culture and the Black culture that hip hop culture kind of like feeds into and feeds off of.
It's encouraging lack of families. It's encouraging stealing, robbing, lying. Y'all can't tell me the last positive hip hop song. Actually, I think I could, but it's not even hip hop. It was Afrobeats. It's Thames. Thames. That's the only person.
Maybe that's part of the reason why I just listen to old music. When I do listen to music, it's almost always songs that are like, almost 10 years older and beyond. Because there isn't a lot of good, especially Black music. Black music in particular has kind of hit a rut in the last almost 20 years now, where like it's all been moving into like just overt degeneracy, just horrible imagery. Or there's nothing just decent about a lot of the Black music anymore. And again, I mean, I obviously just made the argument that there was always debauchery in Black music. Even if you go back to like the blues era, you'll find a bunch of debauchery in Black music. But that's music in general has always had debauched corners of it. So I'm not making that argument like it's unique to Blackness, but when we're talking about the image of Black music and the culture of Black music, like there was a time where, like, if you watch some of these older movies, like I think it was it the 5 Heartbeats movie, where they had this whole tension between like Black children leaving the church to go perform secular music, right? And when you leave the church to perform secular music, it always would upset your family, your mom and your dad, who were like, good church-going Baptist Christian Black people, right? And then they'd go on to have women and drug addictions and world tours and all the rock star shit, right? But I had to think about why church people hated the fact that they were losing their kids to secular music. What is it about secular music that church people are taking offense to? And then as I rolled the idea around in my mind, it became a little bit clearer to me. In the beginning, we were talking about art as an attempt to like capture the divine. Like expressions of beauty are expressions of the divine in one way or another, right? And This is another thing. This is some deep, like red pill shit too. Like if you're a so-called red pill, stop listening to so much like R&B, pop music, love song bullshit. Here's why. Although I love a well-sung song, like I love a well-sung song, like any great music, I can appreciate for its beauty, right? However, I think what the church was really bothered by was the devotion and the love that you're expressing toward this woman, this this fallible, imperfect being. You're actually supposed to love God in that way. Now, I'm not saying fall in love with Jesus the way they, kind of, it's like what modern women are accused of doing right now. This is what modern church women do. They fell in love with Jesus like on some romantic level, right? But all that romantic, retarded love energy that you're putting, all that goofy, I can't stop thinking about you, I don't even want to eat until I talk to you type of energy, you're supposed to harness that for the church and really to, serve God per se, not to like fall in love with some big titty redhead down at the fairground, right? But that's what the popular music is encouraging you to do, go devote all of your mental faculties to some brown-eyed girl. You know what I mean? And although you are naturally compelled to do that anyway, it's a part of your natural biological just construction to be that way. It's, men and women are just magnetically pulled to one another, and there's a huge emotional overlap that's just naturally a part of that. What modern music does is actually like prey on that and kind of pervert it in a way. So as I started thinking about why the church hated secular music, that was kind of what I landed on. It's like you're taking the energy that you should have otherwise devoted to that, like more social, more constructive, more positive effects, which is like maintaining the community ties that a church is built on, and you're now devoting that to like the selfish pursuit of romantic love. Because make no mistake, romantic love is selfish by nature to the point of even folly, right? This is why love songs, this is why we have sad love songs. This is why people fall in love and get all distraught. They want to hang it up and off themselves and all that shit. Because, we're already inclined to vast emotional swings, and you need to harness that energy. Don't just give way to it because, the world says so. But anyway, that was, my understanding of secular music versus the church.
Doja Cat singing about the devil. I would love to know what Lizzo was singing about, but she flops. I don't know what she was singing about. But basically, nobody's singing about positive shit. Please don't single out this woman. She been peed on enough. Enough is enough.
Whoa. Peed on enough. I didn't expect that bar today. She been peed on enough. Damn. There are definitely things I did not expect from today's show, and hearing that Young Miami has been peed on enough. Has she though? Now you're gonna raise the issue, goddammit. See, I blame you, academic. Now we gotta get out the measuring cup and ask the tough questions, all right? DJ Academic says Young Miami has been peed on enough. And now I'm like, how much is enough? Who am I to judge how much is enough?
Lizzo was singing about, but she flops. I don't know what she was singing about. But basically, nobody's singing about positive shit. Please don't single out this woman. She been peed on enough. Enough is enough. She's dealt with pee defecation. Come on, you're a legend. Don't try to do a deal.
Act knows the exact right amount of pee on a woman. Hey, listen, man. Everybody is an expert in something, all right? Everybody in this world is an expert in at least one thing. Now, I don't judge what that one thing might happen to be, But you got to lean to your strengths. Academic has made money leaning to his strengths. Everybody is an expert at something. It is what it is, man. What are you gonna do?
He did to her. Give her a pass. Finally, she's not on her knees receiving goddamn urine. She's finally on the Billboard charts, and I'm happy for that woman. This woman was on her knees receiving urine. Now she's on the charts.
Bro, the come up is crazy. The comeback story is crazy. Is it even worth it? Was that the price she paid?
It's like seeing a damn crackhead actually get a job at, like, you know what I mean? I get a job as a garbage man. He's like, all right, shit, at least you got a job, gang. Like, at least you got a job, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. So I just want to sit here and, Young Miami, I know you thought the day would never come where I'm defending you, but I'm going to defend you even against the legend. Arie, look around the whole culture. The entire shit is negative.
And this is like the ultimate reality. You know, not just Arie. This is also a problem of just women and women's freedom and all that shit. Women are in no position to truly impose morality. Just internally, they just don't have the physical constitution to impose morality. And what winds up happening is just a race to the bottom because, you know, you can't say this, you can't speak bad about this, that, and the third. And now you have to rely on the men to impose morality. But, you know, we've already beaten the men back from that position as well. And so no one gets to impose any morality, which means that as a good woman, as a good person, even male or female, you just don't belong here anymore. This is not the place for you.
She's been on camera saying she's a whore.
I just had a conversation with somebody the other day. I said, I'm really, like, I'm a, like, with a W. Like, I'm a.
But define that, though.
Like, I'm a.
I love being a young hoe. Baby, pink, 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 pink. Jules, bedazzle. Walking with my cute little young hoe waist. Looking like, oh, these niggas want to taste. Like, I literally love being a young hoe.
She knows what she is. You know what I'm saying? She's staying in her lane, but it's influencing a lot of young women, and I think to embrace it. And I think that's where it's going wrong because, like you said, there's not that balance. Like, it's not that Young Miami, and then there's no Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who's the positive? There's no Lauryn Hills. There's no positive role models for women. And I think that's where the conflict comes in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's Young Miami's fault. I don't know whose fault it is. It's not another Queen Latifah. It's not another Lauryn Hill. It's not another, you know what I mean, Rap City. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why there's no balance these days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because everybody's following that certain trend. But I always go back to consumer. You know what I'm saying? People going to put out what sells, and that sells. You know?
If people put out what sells, and putting out debauchery, quote, low vibrational music to the Black community, if that sells, what does that tell you about the Black community, right? Let me put it this way. If I have crack, if I like actual crack rock, right? If I have the condensed baking soda crystallized product in my pocket and I sell it to people in your house, right? You don't sell it. I mean, you don't buy it off me because, you know, you just don't. But if I have crack and I sell it to the people no, I don't have crack right now, but theoretically, lasers, think about this. If I have crack, right, and I sell it to like your brother and your auntie and your cousin, everybody that lives in your house with you, right? If I have crack and I sell it to everybody that lives in your house with you, what does that tell you about the people that lives in your house that bought the crack from me? Any takers? Anybody want to like venture a guess? If I have crack, right? If I just happen to stumble onto like I find some crack on the ground, and I just happen to be, and I walk into your house and say, "Hey, look at this crack I found on the ground," right? And the people in your house, your aunties and your uncles, don't, and they actually want to buy that from me, and I sell it to them. What does that tell you about the people in your house? They bought the crack from me. And damn it, American man, I wish I could provide you with that clip. I just checked again. You're absolutely right. But I do not have that Tommy Sotomayor clip. It was a little provocative. I dropped it, because I'm trying to stay inside the invisible lines of YouTube censorship. So I'm trying to just tighten up my act over here. But I do not have that Tommy Sotomayor clip.
No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
Damn it. He don't want a refund now, God damn it. He want his money back, y'all.
These people are crazy, I'm telling you.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Arie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
Yeah. I had to kind of come up with something because I know exactly the clip you're asking for, American man. But like I said, I had to use some content creator discretion and just excise that one from the clip list right here. But appreciate your support, bro. Thank you so much.
I'm saying, so
For sure.
if I'm trying to make it and be successful and this is selling, I'm gonna adhere to what people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it's positive people out there, like you said, talented people.
But yeah, I was asking a question, and I don't think I got to the bottom of this question I was asking. If the people in your house all buy the crack off of me, what does that tell you about the people in your house, right? If you can sell all this debauchery, all this, criminal anthems, if you can sell all this glorifying violence type of music, what does that tell you about the people who are buying the music?
Well, we don't support them. I mean, we gotta find that balance in supporting the ratchet and the positive people.
I totally agree with India, and I think it's on both sides. Like Juice said, I think obviously we got the men talking about all the popular
Jerry curls. Wow, oh, this nigga got dreadlocks. Why this nigga got the Jesus locks out? What is going on at the Daily Wrap-Up crew, y'all? Why this nigga got the Jesus locks? What's going on? Is this nigga getting spiritual on us, y'all?
young the YNs that's rapping. They only talking about drilling, killing, fucking your girl, like all of this negativity. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as we could try to act oblivious, we can see the correlation with our YNs and the violence rates in our communities. And it correlates with the music. I keep saying, oh, like, you know, the music don't affect, the music affects your subconscious. Like, you know, we all know this. When I think about Caribbean music, right? Very sexualized music. And then when you look at Jamaica has some of the highest, like, out of wedlock, you know, like childbirth rates in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's a coincidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that correlates with the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just how they banned the violence, the drilling music. I know that was trying to get popular over there in Jamaica, and the prime minister, whoever the dude out there is, he was like, yo, he said, yo, nah, we can't, because that's influencing the culture, the young end, the YNs that's actually doing the violence.
You know, I'm sorry. This image is throwing me off, bro. What is going on with the head wrap thingy and the whole dreadlocks down the side of my face? You look like you on your way to being a brunette. You trying to be a baddie? Did this nigga discover his inner baddie? Man, I don't understand what's going on with the youth today.
Yeah, what are they coming to church doing? Being gay.
And terrorism in their own community. Have you ever watched there's a movie called They Clone Tyrone?
Yes.
Yeah, if you ever watched that movie, and sometimes I think they sprinkle the truth into, like, sometimes I feel like they can't say the truth outright, so they might put it in a story or in a book, or they try to make it seem like it's just it's a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
If you watch that movie, they talk about how, like, there's certain archetypes or certain people that's in every hood that keeps the hood a certain way, like, from progressing. Like, there's always a stereotypical the gangster dude that's selling.
Not a pro-tep. Is that the new thing? He's a pro-black hotep?
On the drug to the communities, the prostitute that's selling the pussy or whatever. There's always this archetype of black people in every community that keeps the community from, like, progressing. And obviously there was in that movie, they was talking about the music, the frequencies of the music, how actively they showed a scene, and maybe the editor could put it in. They showed a scene where they was in the underground laboratory, and there was one where they was playing R&B music. It was a test room. They was playing the R&B music, and then it made them, like, want to hug each other and stuff like that. And then they put on
get that shit out of
the gangster music, and then they started wanting to fight each other and stuff like that. Like,
I think that's a very easy experiment to run. I mean, you can't play R&B music in the mosh pit. You know, there's a reason why these little things exist. You know, you can see the effect that even in nightclubs. I think DJs themselves know this. You know, if you play certain music in certain clubs, you're probably going to start fights on the dance floor. And not only that, but then black songs have had anthems about, you know, tear the club up. You know, remember the Locks? Wild Out. If the bouncer in the club acting like you can't get in, fuck him, wild out. Like, we've had this type of thing where we literally add negative themes with heightened energy to the music. Annie up, jack that fool. Annie up, kidnap that fool. Like somebody getting their chain snatched. Shout out to my man Smarty Pants over on the Buy Me a Coffee website with the $10 coffee donation. He says, happy 250th birthday to America. Check out my new song, American Babe. Listen, Smarty Pants, if you got a link, I will drop the link to your new song and we'll send everybody over there. We're going to wrap this up in a few minutes, but if you got the link to that song, please let me know and I will share the link with the crowd. But shout out to my man Smarty Pants with the $10 coffee donation. That's like a small Starbucks Frappuccino. Shout out to my man Smarty Pants, y'all.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
Okay, there you go. All right, you got the Spotify link. Shout out to my man Smarty Pants Shaw. Let me see. Is that actually in the chat? Let me make sure that actually is a good link that we can use. Because I noticed I don't think you're wrenched up, so I gotta make sure everybody can see that. But appreciate my man Smarty Pants for supporting the stream, y'all. And if you can see that link, go give his music some spins over there. Yeah, you know what I gotta do? Smarty Pants, do me a favor. Type something in the chat so I can wrench you up. I think you need a wrench, bro. I think you need a wrench. All right, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna toss you a wrench. And all right, redrop that link. Redrop that link. And everybody give my man Spotify's music a listen over on. Give my man Smarty Pants' music a listen over on Spotify. All right, you're wrenched up now. Redrop that link so everybody can see it. And where were we? Yeah, oh yeah. The music, the energy of the music. Somebody just typed in the chat, tear the club up. Back. Like we've been actually experimenting with this for a while in Black music, where we just know that you can transfer the energy from the music to the listeners, especially in a condensed environment like a nightclub or some type of party setting or whatever. But this is the music that Black folks, we consume this at length.
There ain't no positive music popping off. Women have to sing about being side chicks, whores, being in polys, getting pissed on. Oh, I'm just finessing a guy. Nothing of wholesome nature. Yo, back in the days, when you think about like Luther Vandross, a house is not a home.
I'm mad that Luther Vandross was gay. I really am. And not that I have an interest in his sex life. It's just that, like, a lot of the best love songs in my childhood came from Luther Vandross, and the nigga was singing about boys. God damn it! Like, God, do you understand how cooked we are as a community? A lot of our best music about love and happiness and fidelity came from a nigga singing about boys.
When you think about even Neo, I'm so sick of love songs. So that shit don't exist. Nowadays it's about like, bitch, I'm gonna dick slap you, ride that shit, ride it up. Like, bro, this shit is degenerate. Like, straight up. Where am I scamming ass?
And now we're all degenerates by extension. If the culture is degenerate, that means Black people in Black culture are degenerates too, no? Like the degeneracy isn't like a cloud that's being lowered onto the people. It's a cloud emanating from the people.
For real. I can't blame it on one person, bro. I gotta keep it a beat. I can't, man. I can't. And by
oh my God, did you say boys are making songs called Slut Me Out? Slut Me Out. And I bet it's not even the little gay niggas too. That's the crazy part. The boys making songs talk about slut me out. It's not even the gays, which it's still nasty and weird. But this is what I mean about like straight men who listen to female rap. You're gonna start using words that women and gays use. When you start listening to female rap, you start to talk like a homosexual. I don't think there's any other way around it, because the women are going to say shit that the gays are going to start making popular, and vice versa. The women are going to say shit that the gays made popular, and then you're going to start talking like the female rappers, because that's what people tend to do, and then you're going to just start to sound like a homosexual.
the way, I'm sorry, the garbage man's not bad. I was just trying to think of, someone who could elevate from being a crackhead. Okay. All right.
But yeah, shout out to the culture, man. It is a beautiful culture.
God, where her mother at? Where this little girl mother at? Where they role models at? Where's the adults? That's the question we all trying to figure out.
But does anyone see that? No. Does anyone care about that? No. All they see is an aggressive Black girl talking.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like black women.
But black power starts with black women. It just does.
These angry, mad, opportunistic, lying black women.
A motherfucker just supposed to take and accept whatever the fuck you say because I'm a black woman. Bitch, shut up. The fuck out of here.
These blacks.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.